Duong wins the lag. You can check the lag.
Hello. Ilkka Kangas täällä selostamassa. It's Ilkka Kangas here in the commentatory. I will be here because Markus went to take care of some family business. He will be back in an hour or so. So I will be here commentating in English and in Finnish, I think. Hoang won the lag. And still on the table. I don't know if the 7 ball goes. Oh, it goes. He's going to leave the 6 ball straight and play the 7 ball to the other corner, I believe. Okay. This is the new plan. Easy combination with 6 ball, but he misses. Oh, what? He misses the 5, and Petri is certainly going to shoot this combination. 5-9 combination because it's so hanging. It's hanging so close to the pocket, the 9 ball. There it is, and Petri steals this rack, first rack, from Hoang. So Petri is leading 1-0. Okay, it's raised to 11 now in the semifinals. I don't know if it was to 11 wins in the Cup of 8, but now it's raised to 11. And this is the first semifinal in this tournament. Excuse me, both semifinals are played at the same time now. On the main TV table there's Jonas Soutukomino versus Mark Peisterbosch from Netherlands. So yesterday at the Cup of 30, last 32, I didn't lose to a bad player. I lost to Jonas Soutukomino. He beat me pretty bad in the Cup of 32. So Petri broke dry, and there's a thin cut on the 1 ball and possibility to play on the 2 ball like this. Hoang leaves long straight 2 ball, but there's not much else you have to do here but stop the ball like that. Now draw shot for the 4 ball. Forward to the corner. And the rest is pretty much routine from here. No problems for this cold-blooded player. So he's gonna steal a rack right after Petri stole his rack and makes it even 1-1. And Hoang also gets to break the next rack. I'm going to eat some apple here at the same time I commentate, so excuse me. But I'm hungry.
Hello.
What's your name? Anne. Ile. Let me introduce you. Okay, so I got a Vietnamese commentator friend here, Anne. Welcome, Anne.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm gonna say something in Vietnamese now.
Yeah, you can,
Yeah, to
whatever
introduce
you
me.
like.
Yeah, so chào bạn, mình là An, mình lại quay trở lại và hôm nay chiều nay mình sẽ tiếp tục đồng hành cùng anh Hoàng cũng như là các bạn trong cái trận đấu hôm nay. Mong là trong quá trình bình luận trên kênh chat thì các bạn hãy giữ sự văn minh và lịch sự của người Việt Nam nhé. Bình luận viên người phần thì anh ấy đang có một chút nghỉ trưa, tại vì anh bình luận viên người phần thì anh cũng đã bình luận suốt cả suốt từ 11 giờ cho đến bây giờ rồi và anh chưa được ăn trưa, và hiện tại anh đang ăn một chút, cho nên là mình sẽ nhờ anh ấy tắt tiếng mic bên đấy một chút, nhưng mà mong là mọi người cũng giữ sự văn minh lịch sự dành cho các bạn ban tổ chức ở đây, tại vì mọi người đã làm việc hết công suất rồi và bản thân mình chỉ là khán giả thôi, mình không phải là bình luận viên, mà mình chỉ là khán giả đến xem và được mời vào phòng bình luận thôi, và cũng thấy là cái quy trình làm việc họ rất là chuyên nghiệp, cho nên là mong mọi người hãy dành cho các bạn ban tổ chức ở đây một cái sự thông cảm nhất định. Hiện tại thì anh Hoàng đang hiện tại anh Hoàng và Makkonen đang đánh ở rack thứ ba, và nhìn hình thì có vẻ là đây sẽ không phải là một ván đấu khó khăn cho anh Hoàng. Tuy nhiên thì vẫn cần rất cẩn thận. Mình muốn nhắc lại một chút là mình chỉ là khán giả đến xem và cổ vũ cho anh Hoàng, và mình trả tiền vé. Nhưng mà sau đấy thì được ban tổ chức mời vào phòng bình luận, tại vì mình có thể nói tiếng Việt và số lượng những người đang tham gia bình luận ở trên khung chat là có rất nhiều người Việt, cho nên mình cũng muốn là truyền tải thông điệp thật tích cực của người Việt đến cho tất cả mọi người cùng đang xem. Hy vọng là mọi người có thể đồng hành cùng mình, và khi Minh Hoàng đã chiến thắng ván này rồi thì hãy chat lên khung chat hai chữ Việt Nam.
So Hoang Soi made a good break and broke and run. Let's see how Petri is gonna answer to this on his break.
Act number 4 is Makkonen to break, trailing 2 racks to 1.
that he's from another planet.
How you say? How you spell it? How you pronounce?
Yeah, Hoang Sao is that.
Hoang Sao.
Yeah, Hoang Sao, that's it. And Sao is also like a star. So he's from another star, another planet.
Yeah. Okay.
Extension code. Mr. Duong wins the round.
So a lot of Vietnamese people on the chat have been asking you to introduce to Vietnamese more about Petri Makkonen. So we know him as one of the leading players, billiards player in Finland. But can you like introduce him so that more Vietnamese can know, and I can translate it to the Vietnamese here.
Okay. So just a second. I have no.
Some pages on some Vietnamese billiards pages said that Petri Makkonen is now considered the number one Finnish player. Is it true?
Let me check the rankings. He is one of the top three. That's what I'm sure about. But I think he is at the moment also.
Leading 3-1.
No, it's Kasper Matikainen is currently the number one ranked player in Finland in our Finnish ranking system, and Petri Makkonen is the second.
Mình vừa hỏi bạn mình bên cùng mình, đấy là Petri Makkonen có được coi là tay cơ hàng đầu thậm chí là số một của Phần Lan không? Thì sau khi check cái danh sách các cầu thủ Phần Lan thì bạn nói là Makkonen hiện tại là đứng thứ hai trong bảng tổng sắp các tay cơ danh tiếng nhất Phần Lan. Và như thế cũng đủ để khẳng định cái danh tiếng như vị thế của Makkonen rồi, và hy vọng là anh Hoang có thể hiện xuất sắc cái phần trình diễn ngày hôm nay để chứng minh cho mọi người thấy là tay cơ số một của Việt Nam với cả tay cơ hàng top đầu của Phần Lan thì nó sẽ như thế nào.
Okay.
number 6, Makkonen the break, trailing 3 racks for 2. Extension call.
Vừa nãy thì chúng mình có bàn về việc là ai đang được coi là tay cầu số 1 Phần Lan hiện tại. Thì bác bình luận viên cạnh mình có bảo là mọi người có nhắc đến Mika Immonen trong khung chat bình luận. Thật ra thì Mika Immonen thật ra đã sống ở Mỹ được rất lâu rồi, cho nên khi mà được hỏi câu hỏi này thì câu đầu tiên là bác nghĩ đến không phải là Mika Immonen, tại vì bác Mika thì cũng thật ra cũng già rồi và cũng sống ở Mỹ một thời gian rồi, cho nên là cũng không nằm trong gọi là cái cuộc trò chuyện nhiều của người Phần Lan khi mà nói về bia nữa. Nhưng mà bác ấy cũng khẳng định một điều là Buchanan sẽ luôn được coi là tay cơ Phần Lan vĩ đại nhất nhất lịch sử cho đến hiện tại. Và from Vietnamese people, we want to wish Mika Munen on behalf of the Vietnamese people. We know that Mika has been fighting with cancer for a long time, and we wish him a speedy recovery. And that's coming from all Vietnamese. And I think that he came last year also to a city Vietnam to play some friendly matches. And we welcome him very warmly. So.
Thank you all Vietnamese people.
Bây giờ thì chúng mình sẽ đến rack thi đấu thứ 7 nhé. Và giải này thì luật sẽ là pháo luân phiên. Và quyền đề pa của ván lần này sẽ thuộc về anh Dương Công Hoàng của chúng ta. Nói chung là từ đầu giải đến giờ thì mình quan sát trực tiếp thì anh Hoàng đã cải thiện cú phá khá nhiều. Tuy nhiên là sẽ cần cố gắng hơn nữa để có thể giữ được cái duy trì được cái phong độ này.
Extension call. Foul. Ball in hand, restart.
Okay, I leave my microphone to Markus Juva again. He's back. He will be commentating with Anna. I'll be back later maybe. Thank you guys.
Extension call.
Okay, welcome on my behalf, Markus Juva here. Back from other tasks and duties. Game is 3-3, I haven't seen much. I think Hoang was leading. Was it 3-2 or 3-1?
3-1.
Was it 3-0 or not?
It was 3-1.
3-1, okay. So Petri has been able to pull two frames back, and now we see if Hoang has his arms still warm enough to make the remaining balls. He fails with the position or what he tried, but he has a shot with the 6. It seems that the 7 ball is not completely onto the pocket in the right upper corner pocket, but it's makeable. So now he has to play a good enough position to play it into the tight pocket, as the 8 ball is a bit on the way. Expecting him to be able to do it, and he does it with a great confidence because he slams the ball, 7 ball in without questions. Hi everyone in Vietnam, great to see you're back here. It's already more than 4.2 thousand viewers. Not sure if that's our record so far. The second semi-final is on at the moment. It's played on the WNT TV table, and there is Jonas Souto Komino playing against Mark Bisterbosch, and Mark Bisterbosch from Holland is leading 4-2 to Jonas Souto Komino, who comes from Spain. Petri to break. I haven't been able to see much of Petri's game in this tournament, but I have seen from the results that he's been playing very good. Especially in the previous match when he beat Niels Feyen easily 10-3. Petri breaks well and has a easy, or relatively easy, of course there's a little bit of distance and he's lacking angle, but he doesn't need too much angle because the 3-ball has the proper angle to play for the 2. Plays this well. He's a little bit checked up with the 5, but should be able to cue on top of it or a bit on the side of it. Petri has excellent cue ball control and very good pattern play, very solid technique, practices wisely. He has good break, or very good break. He has good jump shot. He has good safeties. So overall he's a very solid player with pretty much all the assets on his arsenal. Do we have any Finnish viewers here? There's lots of Vietnamese messages on the chat. Petri chooses to play on this side of the 7, so he has the angle to go around. Doesn't risk with the 8. Has a good speed and will equal on 4-4 in just about 7 seconds. Moi Suomi ja suomalaiset. We have a Vietnamese guest in the commentator box, so if you need a translator, we have a help here. Can you tell us how has Hoang enjoyed staying in Finland?
Okay, so Hoang actually I think he arrived in Finland since the beginning of last week, and we had just had lunch, and he said that the weather in Finland was unexpectedly nice, which I explained to him that it was around summertime at this point, so there is no snow anymore, and the sun is up nearly all day. So yeah, I think that Hoang has really enjoyed the scenery in Finland, and I just hope that he could stay more. But then you know that his next stop is going to be Scotland for the Scottish
Yeah.
Cup.
Was it that last year Hoang did not come to the Taom Maxrak?
I think so. I think that last year Hoang had some break, and then he
Yeah.
focused like wholly for the Scottish Open and
Yeah.
also the UK Open, and I think and last year he won the Scottish Open.
Yeah. So it's his first time here in Finland, I suppose.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. Hoang has a jump shot for the one, and as well as he's been shooting these, I wouldn't be surprised if he makes it, but this time not. He was excellent with the short jump shot. Now he has the extension in it, so the longer shots have been a little bit more difficult, of course, as they are, but they haven't been also a bit like he hasn't been completely with sync with those shots. But earlier when he made a couple of shots with the short jump cue, with the shorter distance, he hit them pretty much perfectly. Petri has lots of angle. He has to decide whether he soft spins it to the left or whether he force draws it back to the right. He seems that the latter, back to the no. He soft spins it to the left, but misses. Focuses probably more on the white than the pocket, and now we see the extension coming out from the jump cue and Hoang playing shorter jump shots. He plays it, he pockets the one, but the situation was so that it was quite obvious that the white ball will travel a bit, so he most likely will have to give the table back, plays a safety. Will he gonna be banking the two rails behind the tree and leaving the white ball on the left side of the table, or is he watching to roll the cue ball on the right of two behind the green 6 and maybe trying to put the two ball insurance behind 7 or 5. That's maybe more risky, so it seems that he's doing something else, but he's not doing that properly, so he tried probably 2 rails behind the tree, but wasn't successful with it, colliding with the 9 and leaving Petri a shot what he usually makes, as he does now. It's a race to 11, so we get to enjoy even longer of this match. Junnu says that the final is 5:30 local time, which it is. He says that the GMT is 2:30. I don't know, is it because of the summertime or something? but I thought that GMT is 2 hours behind our time, so check that up. But my Vietnamese friend here said that the time difference between Finland and Vietnam is only 4 hours. So Vietnamese time, it should then be 9:30 p.m. when the final starts.
19:37.
But 5:30 is the.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Oh, now we saw very uncharacteristic miss by Petri. But obviously at this stage there is some tournament tiredness, there is nerves. Normally this is like what would be said 100 out of 100 situations for Petri, but I guess the truth is more near 98 out of 100, so there we saw the very surprising miss from Petri. But we are all humans, and so are these top players. We have seen surprising misses from all of the players, surprising scratches, different kind of mistakes. But overall, the level has been great. It has also been very entertaining to see different styles of play. We just saw Jonas Souto-Komino winning Kledio Kachi 10-9, Hill. Both players played with lots of emotion, but still had quite a different styles, quite a different sort of looking characters. And before that, Hoang was playing with guy from Great Britain, Elliot Sanderson, and he was also he is also a very interesting character. Got maybe a bit nervous in the end, probably a bit too hungry for the win, so Hoang was able to win that match 10-7. At the same time, of course you cannot go too much in front of the situation, but yesterday when I was asked at who I have seen playing good and who I predict to win, I said that of course there's lots of good players, any one of them can win. It involves also luck and chance, so it's impossible to really foresee. But I did mention especially Mark Bisterbosch, and he has been very convincing, and he was in his previous match against David Alcaide, he was at least 8-5 down, but was able to pull 5 racks in a row and won the match 10-8, and now he's leading another Spanish player, Jonas Souto-Komino, 6-2. So he might be the guy to beat in this tournament.
Ok thì mình đã quay trở lại rồi đây. Thì vừa nãy thì ba bình luận người Phần Lan có nói rằng là cái giải đấu này thì các cầu thủ nói chung là đánh cũng rất nhiều trận trong một thời gian ngắn, cho nên là những sai lầm như là vừa nãy Makkonen hay là trước đó là anh Hoang thì là đều có thể hiểu được, tại vì dù sao thế cầu thủ là con người cả thôi. Cho nên là nếu mà có những sai sót của cả hai cầu thủ với anh Hoàng thì mong mọi người là hãy nhẹ lời với các cầu thủ thôi, và hãy mong là họ sẽ thi đấu thật tốt để bù đắp lại được những cái lỗi mà họ đã tạo nên trong suốt quá trình vừa qua. Và hiện tại thì chúng ta đang ở ván thi đấu thứ 10 và Makkonen đã vừa cộng được con 3 ván 9 và tỷ số hiện tại sẽ là 5 đều. tuy là một giải đấu pháo luân phiên nhưng mà ở giải đấu lần này thì chúng ta cũng đã thấy rất nhiều những cái trận gọi là trận lội ngược dòng hay trận bật tôm như là cách mà anh em người Việt Nam mình hay nói. Ví dụ như là vừa nãy thì mình có xem trực tiếp được trận của Alcade với cả Mark Bisterbosch thì hình như Alcade dẫn đến 8-5 và trận đấu chạm 10 và lại pháo luân phiên. Nhưng mà cuối cùng thì Mark Bisterbosch lại lội lại và chiến thắng với tỷ số là 10-5. Thì rõ ràng là trong bia thì không có gì có thể nói trước được cả. Và ban luận người Phần Lan cũng bảo là nếu mà được hỏi là hai cầu thủ mà từ hôm qua đã được hỏi là hai cầu thủ mà có khả năng giành chiến thắng, giành chức vô địch cao nhất giải này, thì bác ấy bảo là bác sẽ đặt cửa vào Mark Bisterbosch hoặc là Dương Công Hoàng. Đấy là hai cầu thủ mà bác thấy là từ đầu giải nó đánh rất là nổi bật.
Yes, and another player which has really impressed me here is Vietnamese favorite Duong Quoc Hoang, but that's partly also because I have been commentating his matches on this table. So he has really played nicely. And yesterday, the one match which he didn't play in this table, where he played a Finnish new up-and-comer Arseni Sebastianov, he beat him 10-9. And he made a very very nice run out in the hill. Played an excellent 2-ball, and especially the 4-ball was nice. But meanwhile on the table, Petri made a nice break and had a good combination with the, was it 3-9 after the previous miss that gave him a confidence back, I would suppose. Players having a short break, so we can also visit the refrigerator.
Vâng, như mình đã mention thì chắc là các bạn cũng có một số bạn mới vào đây nhưng không biết thì mình là du học sinh Việt Nam tại Phần Lan và hôm nay mình trả tiền để đến đây xem, mình là một khán giả trả tiền đến đây để xem anh Hoang thi đấu trực tiếp và rất may mắn là mình có cơ hội được bên Billartube mời vào trong phòng phỏng vấn để trong phòng bình luận để mà có một đôi chút lời đến các anh em Việt Nam đang theo dõi, bởi vì thực sự là mình đang thấy rất đông anh Việt Nam trong thanh chat. Thì mình cũng nói luôn là mình không có quá nhiều chuyên về bia, mình chỉ là một người đam mê bia thôi. Cho nên là nếu mình bình luận lỗi như vừa nãy mình nói là Alcade thua 5-10 thay vì là 8-10 thì cũng là bởi vì mình đâu có chuyên nghiệp đâu. Cho nên là mong mọi người hãy giữ một cái thái độ thật là bình tĩnh khi mà nghe mình nói, bởi vì mình cũng chỉ là một người đam mê bia như tất cả mọi người mà thôi. Và kiến thức chuyên môn của mình thì không có quá nhiều. Nhưng mà mình có khả năng nói được và mình tin vào bản thân mình là mình có thể truyền tải lại được, hoặc ít nhất là truyền tải được cái thông điệp của người Việt Nam tới tới bạn bè Phần Lan ở đây. Đấy là lý do vì sao mà mình nhận ngồi ở đây trong phòng bình luận này. Cho là mong là mọi người hãy có những cái comment thật là tích cực để giúp cho anh Hoàng có một trận thi đấu thật tuyệt vời, đúng không nào? Đấy là điều quan trọng nhất đối với chúng mình hôm nay.
Hoang makes the 1-ball not on the side but from the point of the side pocket to the corner pocket. Doesn't have a shot on the 2 though. Plays a push out, leaves a safety. I would guess Petri will take this. Checks the 3-ball. Is it on or is it possible to play later on? The thing here is that if he stops the 2-ball to the 6 and plays the white ball behind those 3, 7-8-3, the 6-ball might go in. If he doesn't, okay, the 6-ball goes in just like I said, and now he's, well, fortunate for him, he didn't make it to the behind the 3 balls package, but he's still able to shoot easy hit on the 2, but what will he make from out of it? He might see an edge, but even if he doesn't, he still has easy one rail kick behind the 2, but will he be able to make the safety out of it? Let's see. He was able to see, wasn't able to cut it in, or wasn't successful trying to cut it in. Nothing too easy for Hoang. It is a possible attacking shot. Left corner and 2 rails back and forth to the 3, but I doubt that the 3 is on, so safety is anyway a better option then. That's a good shot. Stops the white with the top spin and hit to the, was it the 5 ball? Petri has a routine kind of a hit. I would guess that he hits the 2 for sure, but will he get the save? Not exactly. Now we have to wait and see is the 3 ball on. Hoang is checking it, but I doubt if it's on. But I expect Hoang to make the 2 and then possibly play a safe with the 3. It also might be on. Difficult to say from here. From this angle it seems more clear that it's on. But doesn't draw the ball properly. I thought that he will draw it, that he plays the 4 on the right side pocket. But as slow as he played it, he might have even played that he would have played the 4 to the left bottom corner. Now it seems a safety coming. Once again, easy hit for Petri, but difficult to control the 4. He might go for trying to pocket it, maybe a bit harder shot, so giving him chances, maybe giving him different options, banking from 1 rail, 2 rails, maybe get it to on the other end of the table. That's what he tried or did, but no success. Raises the hand a little bit, so seems that the 4 ball is not on to the corner pocket. So the Martian has to either play safe or do some sort of a trick shot here. He plays safe. I thought that there might be a chance that he plays it from the 8. I see sometimes, especially Asians, utilize that shot, but chose the more conservative path, played an easy safe shot, leaving once again Petri 1 rail easy kick without easy control of the ball. So Petri plays again a bit harder, gets lucky with the 4 and is on with the 5. He will most likely, or it seems to me that he has a bit awkward angle to play it to the corner, but maybe he goes for the corner because he can just roll the white for the 7. Doesn't have to negotiate with the side pocket or 9 or 8. That's what he did. Good shot. Now just send the ball, roll the 7. crack shot coming. That's better. Eliminates the risk of table drawing the angle. Jos suomalaiset laittaa viestiä, niin laittakaa Suomen lippuja, vaikka 2-3kin siihen viestiä aina mukaan, niin mä erotan, tuolla tulee niin paljon vietnaminkielistä viestiä, että mä en ihan nyt pysty tuota seuraa silleen tarkasti ainakaan.
Như vậy thì tỷ số đang là 6-5 nghiêng về Petri Makkonen, và ván tiếp theo thì Makkonen sẽ là người đề pa. Mọi người cũng đừng nên lo lắng quá, tại vì nói chung là trong giải này mình thấy anh Hoàng đã có một cái phong độ khá là ổn định từ đầu giải đến giờ. Và giải này cũng chỉ là bước đệm, giải này cũng như là Scottish Open sắp tới cũng sẽ chỉ là bước đệm cho anh Hoàng trong quá trình đi tìm kiếm những tấm vé vào sâu trong bên trong của UK Open hay là những giải major khác lớn hơn mà thôi. Cho nên là hãy cứ bình tĩnh và hãy cùng cổ vũ anh Hoàng. Và yên tâm là dù gì thì ở đây thì mình thấy là có một số người comment là người Việt Nam mà sao mà đánh mà lại đánh với ở người phần thì chắc là bên này sẽ bị áp đảo bởi của bên người phần. Thì thật ra là nếu mà có thể nhìn thấy trong cái khung hình thì những người ngồi đằng sau anh Hoàng, thật ra thì cũng có khá những bạn những anh chị thuộc cộng đồng người Việt Nam tại Phần Lan đang đến vào cùng anh Hoàng. Và mình hy vọng là chúng mình sẽ có thêm những sự cổ vũ anh Hoàng không chỉ ở đằng sau lưng mà còn là ở trên thanh chat nữa. Cho là mong mọi người hãy lại thả một lá cờ Việt Nam vào thanh chat thôi nào. Và có một số bạn bảo là mình nên bình luận tiếng Việt nhiều hơn để bởi vì bên bác bình luận viên người Phần Lan bình luận tiếng Anh thì khó hiểu hoặc khó nghe. Thì mình cũng phải nhắc lại là mình không có quyền hạn bình luận nhiều hơn. Mình chỉ được mời vào thôi, và khi nào mà mình được quyền nói, và thường là mình sẽ nói vào những lúc giữa giờ trận đấu như là lúc này. Thì mình nghĩ thế là ổn rồi, và hy vọng là mọi người nếu mà có câu hỏi gì bằng tiếng Việt là muốn dành cho bác bình luận viên người Phần Lan hoặc là dành cho mình thì có thể cứ thả lên thanh chat và mình sẽ giúp các bạn chuyển lời.
Toni Tahvanainen kysyy, että ovatko pelanneet aikaisemmin, minkälaiset statsit. Mulla on aika armoton muisti kyllä, mutta nyt en voi sanoa, että muistaisin, että nämä kaksi olisi pelannut. Ehkä sen takia, että ne ei ole pelannut, mutta myönnän kyllä myös, että en mä nykypäivänä ehkä ihan niin hyvin enää seuraa. Mutta kyllä mä nyt majoreita silleen aika hyvin seuraan, että jos ois pelannut, niin saattaisin kyllä hyvinkin muistaa, mutta en voi kyllä myöskään varmuudella sanoa, että etteivätkö olisi pelanneet. Hoang tuli mulle tutuksi siitä, kun se voitti Shanea pari kertaa tuossa 2-3 vuotta sitten, ehkä 3-4 vuotta sitten jo. Ja sitten tietysti voitti just Skotlannin avoimet viime vuonna ja oli sitten Reyes Cupissa ja silleen, että on sieltä kyllä tuttu pelaaja, mutta Petri lyö siinä hienon ykkösen kulmaa ja ottaa nakilla kakkosen auki, tai siirtää kakkosen hyvään paikkaan, koska se äsken oli huonossa paikassa tai sellaisessa paikassa, mihin ei päälle oikein oltaisi lyöty. Jori Hätiselle terveisiä Hollantiin. Siinä Petri jättää vähän hassun leikkuun. Se voi olla, että siinä on sen verran nyt leikkuut, että ei voi tulla tuosta vastasivarilla vaan, että joutuu käymään täällä päätyvallissa, mikä on vitosen takia vähän huono, mutta ei haittaa, niin kuin nähdään. Todella hyvä forssi, koska nyt pääsee tosta. Ei ole liikaa leikkuuta, mutta on mukavasti vähän leikkuuta, niin ei tarvitse myöskään sitten kynnestä lyödä vitosta. Petu is at the moment shooting bit how would I say, like carefreely, meaning that his speed control is coming more from the spine and he's not like grinding the balls much, but it doesn't matter as long as he makes the balls. He's shooting very well, getting to the left side of the 7 meaning that he has the angle, he has the cue ball left side of the, how do you say it, like the straight angle, so that's how he gets easiest to the 8. Now leaves a little bit straighter than would have been ideal, but when you're a good shot maker, when you can rely on your draw shots and stuff like that, it doesn't really matter that much. Petri also playing with the cueless cue like his opponent Duong Quoc Hoang, and with that cue those kind of shots are easy and reliable. Same time on the other table, Jonas Souto-Kominu is able to hang on with Mark. It was 6-2 when I last checked, now it's 4-7. So the gap has a little bit been narrowed down by Jonas, but at the same time Mark has also reached a bit closer to the ending finish line.
Ván thi đấu thứ 13 và anh Hoang sẽ là người phá trong ván này. Có một số bạn hỏi là Makkonen có phải là top 1 Phần Lan không, thì nói chung là cái câu hỏi nó sẽ có nhiều câu trả lời như là hỏi là ai là top 1 ở Việt Nam, nhưng mà Makkonen rõ ràng cũng là đang trong top đầu những cầu thủ Phần Lan mà có thành tích tốt trên bảng xếp hạng toàn cầu. Và năm ngoái thì mình nhớ năm ngoái hoặc năm kia gì đó thì anh Hoàng đã thắng Makkonen ở vòng loại của UK Open. Tuy nhiên thì sau đấy thì Makkonen đã lội được lên để vào bán kết của UK Open. Thế là đấy là cũng là một cái minh chứng cho việc là Makkonen không phải là dạng vừa. Nhưng mọi người có thể thấy chất lượng trong cú phá của Hoàng Sao trong những ván gần đây đang rất tốt, trong những giải đấu gần đây đang là rất tốt so với những giải đấu trước, gần như là luôn ép được một về lỗ giữa. tùy là hình ra thì sẽ cần phải cải thiện hơn.
Hoang had a good result with his break, but he's a bit sloppy now. He hasn't been as sharp as in some of the previous matches I saw. He cuts the ball a bit too much, loses the cue ball, and has to play safe. It was an easy save though, but he actually a little bit probably got snooker, but it's close. Petri might see a edge. The 3 ball is not on, and for sure Petri has a easy 1 rail hit. From here it seems that Petri might see the 3 ball, but he might also be checking the kick. He does leave a shot, but as the 4 ball is a little bit disturbing, there's lots of distance and a relatively thin cut. Hoang has to make a good shot from here, but he does have a chance. I think the problem might be, I think he will do what I predicted him in the previous match to do. He plays center ball with faster speed. Okay, so now he's already drawing. So he doesn't want. He goes 3 rails, yeah, that's what I thought, but he used a little bit spin. Deals with the 8, gets a good kiss, and is pretty much perfectly on the 4. Did move the 8 in the worst position though, so now the 5 has less room to be played on. There is 2 rails to the side or 3 rails to the right corner what he chooses, or doesn't get the 3rd rail but 2 rails. Gets a little bit too close to the cushion. Might have to elevate, either stop or if there's a little bit of angle, stun. Or does he follow? Okay, he stuns it from the right. Was able to avoid the kiss with the 8 ball. Goes around the table to calm himself down and make sure not to do hasty decisions. Again stuns the white ball nicely to the 8. Okay, so there has been question about Petri's history. I thought that Ile already said something about it, but Petri, I saw Petri first time, I think it was 2003. The people in his hometown Hyvinkää told that there is a very good junior player. Maybe it was 2004 because I think he was 16 years of age. He is born 1988. And he started to play in the Finnish handicap tournaments. I remember I lost him first time. I had to give him 2 two games on a wire, raised to 6. But very quickly he became a contender also in the bigger tournaments, and his handicap was, I think by his dad's advice, his handicap was taken to 0, so he had to really compete with the best, not only get freebies. And I remember first time he beat me with a really good game was in the spring of 2008 in his home club. There was a big tournament, Cumulus Open, and there I noticed how well he really played and the potential. He won his first Finnish national championships, I think, early 2010, and got like I was still the World Cup of pool player in Finnish team with Mika. I was 2006 to 2010, but around that time, 2011, he passed me as the best player in Finland behind Mika Immonen, and has also been the constant World Cup of pool participant since then. Maybe 1 year there was a team without Petri when Uski and Mika played as a couple. And he won the World Cup of pool with Mika 2012, and he won the Euro Tour 2015, exactly 10 years later than I had won the same tournament in June. And since then, I mean during this time and since then, he has won, was it 16 or 17 or now even 18 Finnish national titles in the individuals men division. He has won, I think, 24 or so of the Finnish national ranking titles, which is the best. I have won 20. I used to be the best. I had won 21, but Petri passed me maybe 3 years ago or 2 years ago. And also in all the other tournaments, he's been very, very good. There hasn't been weaknesses in his game. Like we see here, he plays a very nice cut shot with perfect angles to the 4. Petri is born 1988, so he's now soon, just in few weeks, gonna be 37. So he's not old, but he's also getting his prime. Let's say that his prime is getting to the end part. So he should now do all the work, travel to all the tournaments, all the big tournaments he can, and make the most out of it, because in few years, most likely, his eyesight, his pretty much everything will start to decline. So now it's the time. There he plays a little bit sloppy. Was it the 5 ball? Because now he has a far too much angle for the 6. He's probably able to play this with the soft touch, and he is. But this kind of can be like he's now good. He can play the right top spin to the 8. But let's say the white ball would have went to the 9, would have been glued to the 9, then this would have been more difficult. Or hit the 7. There might have been. As long as you make them, it doesn't matter. But now you see the cue ball is a little bit here and there now. Suddenly, he was already on. Maybe Petri's one of the weakness could be that I don't know if he gets tired, but he sometimes gets a little bit frustrated with himself. So when it comes to this level of games, he might not have the best stamina, but in Finnish matches he never gets tired in that sense. He has the stamina to play 16 hours, but these are different games. The pressure is different. It taxes your nervous system, your mind differently. If you miss a ball, it makes a difference if you miss it here or if you miss it on a club level game. So you have to be able to take the punches in a different weight class here. Hoang plays a very good kick shot when it comes to the control of the white, but the result itself is not that good. As we can see, the white ball is still a little bit out of the cushion, and the 8 ball is very much doable. It's not easy, of course, but for a shot maker, Petri this is a good chance. And that's where he's good at. I mean, he's good at everything, but we Finns who have played Kaisa billiardi and other stuff, this kind of shot is not like something spectacular.
Mr. Makkonen wins time.
8-6, Petri leading. I'm actually very surprised he didn't play the 7 with the soft right spin, because he had the right side of the ball open. But anyway, he probably tried to play the white ball to the same side which I'm referring, but he just played it a bit thickly or something like that. So first time the Martian is bit in the problems here in Helsinki. He's had a little bit of tighter games already. Of course, yesterday he played, I already forgot, he played Arseni Sebastianov Hill, but there he managed very well. He made extremely nice run out. But he was leading the match. So Arseni was the one who climbed to the hill in behind. But now I think first time Hoang is trailing the match. Siellä mainostaa Jyväskylän viikkokisoja, kannattaa tsekata Vietnamissa. Jonas Souto Comino has climbed 7-7 with Mark Bisterbosch. So there is an exciting match going on in the VNT TV live. Good break from Hoang. Now it seems that everything will be out in the open. The 3 ball won't go to the lower left corner pocket. He probably goes 2 rails, a little bit high right, and comes towards the 8 and plays the 3 on the right side pocket. That's what I assume. He might draw also and play the draw from one cushion and play the. I think he will follow and cue ball where his left hand was just a second ago. It's a bit slow. It was actually slow. It was just sort of funny speed, because it's very thin to the center side and very thin to the corner. Side pocket is the place where professionals try this play, but he's not happy with how much angle there is. He will a little bit lose, or might lose, the cue ball when it comes positioning on the 4. Plays it very nicely with the check side, kills the white ball pretty much perfectly. He wished to have a little bit more angle, but he is very, very fine with this result. He loves these hard stun shots also. Banks them in with lots of authority. Doesn't jump up or do the Markus Leppiaho twists. Ui, that was almost too thin. We'll probably play this soft left English towards the 7. And the same here, soft right English towards the 8. Cue ball can come where it's now or a bit further towards the 8. Doesn't mind if he's straight in, of course, either. So seems like a run out from Hoang and 7-8 in about 17 and a half seconds from here. Or less. Nice cueing, nice nerve control from Hoang. I will have a 3-minute break. If you want to say something in Vietnamese, please be my guest.
Ok, chào các bạn. Như vậy là anh Hoàng đã có một cú run out để mà rút ngắn tỷ số xuống 7-8 và chúng mình sẽ còn thêm vài leg thi đấu nữa trước khi một trong hai cầu thủ sẽ chạm được 11 và giành chiến thắng trong trận đấu này. Thì nói chung là trận đấu đang rất là căng và mình tin là mọi người cũng đang rất là tê tại bản thân mình ngồi trong phòng bình luận, ngồi trong cabin bình luận mà tay mình ra hết mồ hôi rồi. Cho nên là mình rất hy vọng là trên thanh chat thì chúng mình sẽ có những lời những động viên thật là tích cực dành cho anh Hoàng. Và như mọi người cũng đã thể thấy thì anh Hoàng thật sự là bắn vẫn rất là bay. Hy vọng là sẽ biệt danh anh Hoàng, hy vọng lớn nhất anh Hoàng sẽ là ăn được một chấm phá của đối thủ. Ăn được một ván phá của đối thủ và sau đấy thì sẽ hoàn thành thật tốt những cú phá của mình. Tại vì chỉ cần thế thôi là anh Hoàng sẽ được đi tiếp. Cho nên là hy vọng là anh Hoàng sẽ làm được điều đấy và hy vọng là anh Hoàng sẽ giành chiến thắng trong trận đấu này cũng như cho giành chức vô địch này để có thể dành một lời chúc mừng, gọi là như một lời chúc tới nhân ngày kỷ niệm 50 năm giải phóng miền Nam thống nhất đất nước của đất nước ta. Chung là 7-8 thì các khoảng cách có một thôi, cho nên là vẫn còn rất là mong manh và anh Hoàng thể lội lên mức lúc nào, cho nên là hãy tin vào anh Hoàng. Như vậy là có vẻ là không còn đường để cắt B2. Có lẽ sẽ là một cú push out từ Makkonen. Makkonen thì trong cả trận đấu này và trong cả giải lần này thì mình thấy là cũng thiên về công hơn là thủ, nhưng mà chắc là trong tình huống này thì khi mà đang giành chiến thắng thì sẽ không mạo hiểm. Hình bi ra cũng hoàn toàn không đẹp tại 4-6 và như là con 7 đang dính vào nhau.
So Petri leaves push out snookered behind the 7 and 6. The interesting part here is that both these guys are excellent at jump shots, and a stop shot is enough. So if he makes the 2 and stops the white ball, he is very well on. I mean, I'm not sure if the 6 ball is open. But if he misses it, then he will probably leave it to Petri. But he got lucky. He got lucky with the 2, banks it, and that's of course always like one reason to take the shot, that you might get lucky. But of course you can also get unlucky and leave it. But there was chance to make the 2 straight in, and there's a chance to fluke the 2, which happened. And then there's a chance to miss the 2 but have a lucky safety. And then there is the negative option to miss the 2 and leave the 2 for your opponent. or maybe scratch unluckily from the kick or something like that. But I would say that that shot anyway was a high, like more than 50% to take. So I'm not surprised Hoang took it. He got lucky with it. Now let's see if he can capitalize the luck he got. Let's see if this will give us a little bit more view on the 6. I would say that it's not on, but it's impossible to see from the monitor that well. It might be on, but it looks very, very tight. And now the angle is not good with the 5. Unless he wants to come here, yeah. Now he has actually access here. He can play the 5 to the corner. Bang. Most likely he goes from the left. Or will he draw it straight? Either he draws it straight. Okay, he draws it straight. But he misses. He got the cue ball. But as you can see, he played it a little bit too thick. And still he lost the cue ball a little bit. So the angle wasn't that ideal for the shot he chose, but he didn't have much other options. So now Petri gets to show how his skills with the jump shot, which has been very excellent for all these years. He jumps with the Q-Lee's carbon fiber extended jump cue. Checks the angle or the aim, elevates the cue, misses it a little bit on the thin side, gets fortunate with the cue ball and with the 5 ball, but the 5 is still visible, so there is no easy safety, but it's not that Hoang is in a deep trouble, at least. Plays it thin, tries to get behind the 7 and 9, between of them. He's not successful with it. Either it was a little bit too thick, or a little bit too slow, or both. But now this is a bit similar shot which Petri already had in the 8 ball. This is actually a bit easier and the 7 ball is not distracting. So I would say that Petri is favorite to make this bit on the thick side, but doesn't matter, he makes it. Has a good angle on the 6. Can choose to either go on the left side from here or play it close to the 9 fun cushion or go behind 2 rails. That's the professional way, I would say. Most space, good angle. He lets it a little bit loose, which is working at the moment. Probably follows 1, 2 rails. Oh, no drawing. My guesses haven't been very good because I don't see the angles properly, but Petri sure knows how to draw the ball. Shouldn't go ahead of situations, but looks a little bit that Petri is on a mission, aiming to reach the final. Same time, Mark Bisterbosch from Netherlands and Jonas Soto Comino from Spain are leveled at 8-8. These are some of the last chances for Hoang to start snatching the racks. His break, if he makes it, it's still at least 2 break for Petri, so it's not only in his hands anymore. He needs some luck or bad break from Petu anyway. He gets lucky here, makes a golden break. Levels, I mean not levels, but takes one back, 8-7, and sorry, 8-9. But even more importantly, get some rest in his mind, because he doesn't have to now grind through the rack. Gets a free, you could say free point, maybe a little bit annoyance on Petri's mind. So Petri has to shake that one off and break the best he can on the next one. Let's see how Petu answers for the golden break. Will he make one of his own? Will he run out? That we will see in a few moments. Blows his arm, blows his hand to get the extra sweatiness aside. Hits the 9, doesn't make it at least yet. Gets unfortunate kiss or on the end of the table with the 2, meaning that doesn't have. He has a bank shot, of course. He might have a very thin cut on the 2, but if he takes that, it's very risky, because he will lose the white ball. 3 ball is in a good position, but he will collide with the balls 5, 4, 6 most likely, and then it's up to the lady luck where the cue ball will end. So I'm expecting to have a safety here. The 3 ball is a big ball to get behind. Oh, he did go, and he did he did contact with those balls. Gets fortunate in a way that at least he's not snookered, scratched or anything like that. Has to still make a good shot here. I think there's a little bit of angle, meaning that if you place the 3 ball center of the pocket, the draw will be a bit too much towards the 4, but he is drawing. He might cut it a little bit extra. Let's see. He cuts it a little bit extra, plays a very good shot, gets bit straight in with the 4. This is easily, you can see that Petri is like, his arm is very loose, his arm is warm, that he's relying on his stroke. Now he just has to, he has the little bit of, reddish color on his cheeks. He's keeping the rhythm. He's playing aggressively, relying on his shot making, pattern play. Doesn't waste too much time. Of course, there's also a shot clock, but playing a bit faster than what he normally plays. But he definitely knows this style also. When he gets a bit tired, meaning that the tournament is like on the latter stages, then he sometimes starts plays a little bit faster, especially when the pressure is there. Doesn't mean that he's like doesn't mean that the pressure is hindering his process. It just means that he stops thinking too much. Not that he does it in the same way like I do anyway, but it gets more intuitive, bit more intensive, bit more red on the cheeks, bit more aggressive shots. And there he goes. Run out in a very crucial and important break. We have 6.2 thousand viewers. Thank you very much for all of you who have come here. I have lost the count on the chat messages. Could be more than 1,000 messages already. I don't know if there is a way to see the... Wait. I cannot see the amount of the messages, at least from here, but probably in thousands or more than 1,000, I'd say at least. So Hoang is he's back against the wall, needs to win all the 3 racks and cannot leave any of them to Petri. At the same time, Jonas, I maybe jinxed a little bit Mark, but he was leading. Now Jonas has gained the momentum and is already 10-8 up. So according to the odds, we are going to see a Finnish against Spanish in the final, but the game is not over. There is still 4 champions battling it out, and any one of them capable of doing their share of good shots and winning the matches.
Number 19, Mr. Duong break, trailing 10 racks to 8.
Pare kysyi mielenkiintoisen kysymyksen, en tiedä yhtään. Hoang doesn't get the 1 ball in, probably nothing else either, but he's fortunate with the leave. Petri will have to play a push out. Petri makes a push out. I think once again it's a push out for a jump shot. The thing now is that the 3 ball is taking a lots of space from the pocketing to 1, and it's also in the situation where the combination is difficult as it's on the wrong side of the pocket. Petri will probably go for it. Wouldn't be surprised if he makes it and runs out. Okay. Hope I didn't jinx it, but makes the white ball, which was not good for Pettu. Didn't check properly the rest of the balls on the other end, but at least now they are open. After this shot they are opened. They were probably open already. Yeah, they were open already before, but now they are even in a better position because the position for them is easier. But I'm a bit surprised of this, because now when he plays from here the 3, the angle towards the 4 is not ideal at all. Now he has to rely completely on his speed, which is otherwise good, but it's not enough. He didn't run the ball enough, so now he has to collide with the 5, which will most likely make problems for him. So he was a bit sloppy with the 2. He played the wrong speed with the 2, and he had way too much angle with the 3, and then he played a little bit slow as he was coming across the angles. Let's see what he does. He might try to bounce the 5 ball back about where it's now, and then the cue ball on the right side. But it's also possible that it's not even okay. He had to make much fuller hit. This is not anymore easy, but it is doable. This was not like catastrophically bad, but it's much more difficult than what he would have expected in the beginning. But he can play this with his famous, he hits the 9, doesn't make it, and leaves the 6 even more difficult, and now the 7 is also more difficult, because he cannot, for example, just bank this and play the white ball to the left rail. He probably has to play safe. So Petri will get back to the table and has a chance. Well, he did try to bank it, which bit desperate, I would say. Bit desperate, and Petri will run out from here. No offense, but maybe Hoang got tired. But some of the last decisions, when Petri was able to give him the pressure, hasn't been strong anymore. Could be also that the shot clock affects him a bit. He's not a slow player like annoying slow at all, but he likes to be careful with all his shots, so the shot clock makes him probably do a little bit hasty decisions, and that cost him, I think. So Petri, for a Finnish delight, will go to the final with convincing 10-8 win. Let's see the other table. Is it already finished? No, Mark Wisterbosch has won 10-9. So, guys, 6.9 thousand. Didn't get the 7,000. No, now we got the 7,000 mark. I thank you all. It was a disappointment for you in the end, but luckily it was a local or Finnish, not maybe local. He's from 50 kilometers from here, different city, but the Finnish guy to do it. So we are happy to have a Finnish flag on the final against either Jonas Souto Comino from Spain or Mark Pisterbosch from Netherlands. The final will be in the WNT TV, so hopefully lots of you will be able to join us there. I will be commentating also in that match. Thank you very much for joining us. Taom V10 Open Billiard 24/7 are very delighted to have you all here and serve you with this stream. Bye bye.
Alo, alo, 1, 2, 3, 4. Không biết là mọi người còn có nghe được tiếng của mình không nhỉ? Nếu mà nghe được tiếng mình thì xin mọi người một lá cờ Việt Nam trên thanh chat nhé. Nói chung là giải đấu lần này thì mình nghĩ là anh Hoàng đã thi đấu rất là tốt rồi. Và bay sang một đất nước mà khí hậu hoàn toàn khác biệt, ở một cái vùng đất hoàn toàn khác biệt, và thi đấu trong một thời gian ngắn như thế thì không thể hy vọng là anh Hoàng có thể làm tốt hơn nữa. Và trận đấu này thì mọi người thấy là nói chung là xui nhiều hơn là đánh tất nhiên là đối thủ thì rất là mạnh rồi, nhưng cũng có những tình huống mà rõ ràng là có một phần may mắn đã mỉm cười với cả Petri Makkonen. Thì thay mặt cho những người cổ động viên Việt Nam đang có mặt đây thì mình xin gửi lời chúc mừng tới Petri Makkonen và hy vọng là Petri Makkonen sẽ tiếp tục làm thật tốt trong vòng chung kết. Đồng thời thì mình cũng xin cảm ơn tất cả mọi người vì đã theo dõi và lắng nghe một chút gọi là bình luận của mình, và hy vọng là trong quá trình tiếp tới thì mình sẽ tiếp tục được xem anh Hoàng thi đấu, và ít nhất là trong trong hai giải tiếp theo sẽ là Scottish Open và UK Open. Và cuối cùng thì mình xin cảm ơn, và mọi người hãy bỏ qua khỏi tai những cái lời mà những lời của những người toxic ở trên khung chat đi, tại vì dù sao thì nó cũng không đáng để mà mình bình luận lại đâu. Đó, cố gắng lên. Chúc anh Hoàng sẽ có những mùa giải thành công tiếp theo. Mình xin cảm ơn ạ.